about time.
Oh, come on in.
Where the devil were you, up in the garret?
I don't open doors at night until I find out who's there.
Oh. A good rule. Well, don't we get a kiss?
If you want.
If you want. There's a nice greeting for a victorious patriot.
Victoria?
They've taken the Tuileries by storm. Listen to them. It's a night to be remembered, girl.
The king and queen.
The temple under lock and key. They won't be for long if that mob has anything to say about it. Bring me some wine, and we'll drink a toast to Madame Guillotine. Hey, Catherine.
Yes?
What's the matter with you? Why are you so quiet?
Did you say you wanted wine?
Come here. You're in a funny mood tonight. I came here expecting to be greeted with open arms.
You expected too much. I'll get the glasses.
I can wait.
What are you looking at?
Nothing. Someone came here tonight?
Yes.
Who?
Your friend Fouché. You're not jealous, are you?
Anybody else?
No.
Sure?
Of course I'm sure. Why do you ask?
No reason. Except that I can't imagine Fouché wearing a brocaded coat. It's hardly Fouché's style, is it?
Put down that coat and get out of here.
I'll have a look around first.
Get away from that door.
Oh, so that's where he is. Thank you.
Get away or I'll burn you with this iron.
Put it down.
I mean it.
Yes, you do, don't you? Now I understand why you've been putting me off for so long.
Oh, don't be a fool.
I won't be any longer. I'm going into that room.
You go in there when you're my husband and not before. And if you ever want to be my husband, you better get out of here.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sick of your jealous fits. Sick of your raving every time I happen to look at another man. There's nothing wrong here tonight, not a thing.
And why not let me see for myself?
Because you've got to learn to trust me. And you've got to learn now. I warn you, if you open that door half an inch, I'll never see you again.
And if I don't open the door?
I've already told you.
All right, I'll get out. But don't forget, we're going to be married. Soon.
Everyone quick! You'll plant the revolution. The king is Dad, we're not going next. We're about to have the fire. Wall! It's wall in Italy! Bonaparte! Where is he?
First in Italy, then in Egypt, now the Austrians and Marengo.
I tell you, Bonaparte can't lose! He'll be emperor next!
War. When is the man ever going to stop?
Never, probably. But why worry? You haven't done so badly, Catherine. The wife of General Lefebvre.
Huh.
It's a far cry from washing dirty linen.
Oh, stop putting on airs. You've just been lucky.
Lucky? I intend to be luckier. Wait till Napoleon is through with the Austrians.
Have a list of the wounded, Sergeant?
And the dead, monsieur.
Austerlitz will be a costly victory. Any officers killed?
12, monsieur. One of them, a general.
Who is it?
General Lefebvre, monsieur. He died at the hospital tent an hour ago.
Madame Lefebvre?
Yes.
A gentleman to see you, madame.
Tell him to come in.
Will you come in, please, monsieur?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Madame Lefebvre.
Fouché, I'm glad to see you. Sit down.
Thank you. It's been a long time since I've met you.
It's been ages. I hear you've grown up in the world, Fouché.
Oh, yes. His Majesty the Emperor has seen fit to bestow certain honors upon me.
Don't be so pompous. What brought you here?
I have a bit of news for you.
I'll bet it's bad news if you're bringing it.
Now, first, may I offer my sincere regrets on the passing of your husband?
You're a little late, Fouché. My husband died at Austerlitz.
Yes, I'm aware of that. And so was His Majesty when he made your husband the Duke of Danzig.
What?
Yes, the Duke of Danzig. His Majesty conferred the honor on the field of battle.
So that's your news. Well, what of it?
Oh, don't you realize what that means? You're the Duchess of Danzig. You have a title.
And what am I supposed to do with it?
Oh, my dear girl, what does anyone do with a title?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, you go to court, you attend His Majesty.
He seems to have enough attendance now. Who's at the court, Fouché? I'm not up on those things.
Oh, among others, they're the Duke of Rovigo, Carnouville, the Queen Caroline of Naples, the Count of Nyberg. What?
Nothing. Go on. Count de Nyberg, who else?
Well, does it make any difference? There are many hundreds of them.
It's funny, Fouché. Remember a long time ago, I said you had about as much chance of being a minister of state as I had of being a duchess.
Oh, I'll be a minister yet.
But I'm a duchess already. Tell me, do I meet all those people at the court?
Certainly.
On the same footing?
Practically. You'll be the social equal of any person there.
Even of a count?
What count?
Oh, any count.
Well, I should say, yes.
All right, then I'll go. It might be fun after all.
Another year has passed. For Madame Saint-Jean, now the Duchess of Danzig, life at the court has been half enjoyment, half boredom. Weary of its petty snobbery, she has made up for it by a more than friendly interest in the Count de Neipperg. She is still the same person, however, unassuming and charmingly direct, perhaps a bit too direct for the ladies of the court. As she enters the glittering ballroom at the palace, Napoleon's two sisters, Caroline and Eliza, are especially malicious.
There she is now, coming in the door, Your Highness.
What a horrible dress.
Fantastic. She seems, as usual, to be having a little difficulty with the train.
Almost as much as she has with her speech. Have you ever heard some of the expressions she uses?
Yes. The men seem to enjoy it. Look at them, flocking to her.
I don't see the Count de Neipperg. Isn't he usually dancing attendance upon her?
My dear, don't be absurd. Count de Neipperg is amused by her, not in love with her. It's a wonder she doesn't come to you at once, Your Highness. She must know tonight's ball is in your honor.
I expect little courtesy from a washerwoman. I'd like to tell her that sometime to her face.
She's coming over.
I'm honored. Your Highness?
Oh, my dear Catherine, we're delighted to see you.
I hope Your Highness will pardon me for being so awfully late. But I had a terrible job getting into this dress. It's a little tight around the stave.
Oh, my dear.
How quaint. Quaint?
Yes. We've noticed, Duchess. You have a very original manner of expressing yourself. So, picturesque.
Are you making fun of me, Madame Sabre? If you are, you can save yourself the trouble. That's the way I have always spoken, and it's the way I always will speak.
Really? If you'll forgive my saying so, your expressions seem to have been borrowed from the lower classes.
Not borrowed, brought. I'm from the lower classes myself.
I shouldn't boast of it, my dear.
I'm not, but I'm not ashamed of it either.
Just what were you before you became a duchess, Catherine?
I think you know that, but I don't mind telling you again. I was a washerwoman.
Really? I should think you'd rather keep that quiet, my dear.
Your Highness, there aren't any stupid trades. Only stupid people.
You forget yourself.
I had a trade, and I'm proud of that. And let me tell you, I'm in good company here. Monsieur Dupré used to sell oil. Bessier was a wig maker, Brune a printer. And your own husband, Your Highness, who is now the King of Naples, was once a servant in his father's wine shop.
Be quiet.
And some people here who now call him Your Majesty used to shout at him, "Hey, waiter, bring me some soup."
Oh, I think you have said enough. The Emperor shall hear of this.
I'm sure he will. Good evening, Your Highness.
Catherine, whatever have you done?
Hello, Fouché.
You realize you've insulted the Emperor's sister?
She's had it coming to her for a year. If she'd stayed a little longer, I had a lot more to say.
You may pay dearly for it. The Emperor's in a nasty mood tonight.
What about?
Well, heaven only knows.
If heaven knows, so do you. Now, what is it?
There's something about the Empress. A little jealousy, I think.
Is that all? He'll get over it.
You take other people's love affairs very lightly, my dear.
Well, I happen to know something about jealousy. I married Lefebvre.
Yes, of course. And jealousy is very stupid.
Doesn't get you anything in the end.
Yes, quite right. Oh, by the way, how is the Count de Neipperg?
I haven't seen him for a week.
Oh, really? Oh, then it wasn't you who was driving with him in the park last Wednesday.
In the park? Was he in the park?
Yes, with a woman. They passed
What
me.
did she look like?
I really couldn't say. She was very heavily veiled. However...
Will you order my carriage?
What?
My carriage. I'm going home.
My dear Catherine, what has happened to your philosophy of jealousy?
If you think that I'm in love with Neipperg...
Well, aren't you?
Oh, Fouché, you're a nosy, meddling old fool. Get out of my way.